The Evergreen Media Network Studio, powered by Scott Tree Services.
Hey, we're back. Rounding it out. Coming down, stretch end. Coming around the stretch. Dun, dun, here with Todd and Steve. Keith's not in. He's very busy at home.
Relaxing.
Him and the dog.
Yeah.
He's having a good time.
Yeah.
So, Steve, what's going on at the shop? Anything good? You got any nice cars going on over there? I know you got Terry's car there.
Yeah, we got Terry's 57. We got the 58 Cadillac still in there. The 62 Impala's got quarter panels on it now.
Oh,
it's
nice.
pretty much all about to get the doors are on it. Putting a front clip on it today so we can assemble the whole entire car, fit it all, and then take it all back apart and paint it.
Same thing, you got that Bronco. You painting that Bronco that's in there, the orange one?
Nope, that one's we're waiting on some vintage ear parts.
Gotcha.
And then my 454 SS is all put back together. I got to wet sand and buff it this weekend and put the carpet and the interior back in it, and my black truck will be done. The S10 is probably 75% done. The body's all put back on and front clips on, beds on, doors are on. We're doing all the weather stripping and bumpers now. And then I got a Lotus in there. We had the Yanko in there. The old 442 motor's back in it. It's all fired up, going to the Fred to get the exhaust done next week.
Nice.
We got a bunch of stuff going on.
You have a problem getting parts?
Choof.
We ordered a bunch of parts for that Pontiac that we have, and they're all back ordered. Can't get parts. I don't know what's going on, where these parts are coming from. OPG doesn't have them. Nobody's got parts.
Yeah, and then the problem is too that they always tell you they got them, and then you get delayed the shipping, and then they don't have them, and that's the newest thing now. Like they'll say they have like 5 in stock, so you'll go ahead and order it,
right,
and then you get the email back, oh, we're currently out of stock, and then it takes you like 10 days to get your money back. It's like, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, we got that. The Riviere's almost put back together. I got the motor out of it. Went through the whole motor the other day. Now the motor's all painted. Got to reassemble it, but yeah, we got all kinds of stuff going.
Yeah, I'm waiting now. Got to be 3 months for a horn ring.
Really?
For my 55, nobody has.
Huh?
Just a horn ring. That's it.
Yeah.
Give me something.
I'm having that problem with the 57.
Are you?
With different, like all the grill stuff. There's a lot of stuff that goes on the front of that thing that's busted up,
Right.
from the wreck. But
Who you been calling? Because I get a lot of the parts through Woody's. Have you tried them?
I haven't tried Woody's, H&H, Eckler's, Classic Industries, and
Woody's is right out of, I believe it's in the Indiana.
Oh, really?
Woody's Tri-5 shop. If you join the Tri-5 Association, they'll ship everything to you for free.
Really?
The Tri-5 Association, I think, is like $35. And so I've been getting a lot of my Tri-5 parts from them. I think they're excellent. They'll tell you if they could ship it right away. If they have the stuff in stock, they tell you. They're very good over there. Woody's Tri-5 shop. Yep.
Yeah,
Woody's
cool.
Hot Rods.
And then the other thing you get too is like the 53 Chevy pickup we got in there with the Art Morrison chassis and the LS motor. The guy got a whole front clip for it, and you close the hood, so the hood hits the fenders, and you can't stretch the fenders on the truck. They're mounted to it. That's it. They're done.
Yeah.
But then if you close the hood, like you'll see the hood is like 3/4 of an inch too long. Like it overhangs each side of the fender. And then if you go back and look at it, you'll see the hood is way off the cowling. You can put your hand like this all the way around the hood. So the hood is like, if we use this hood,
Too big.
yeah, you got to cut
the middle.
split it. Yeah.
Yeah,
then,
I've seen them do it on either Kindig or one of those places.
Yeah,
They just cut them in half.
that's just a huge clock eater.
Yeah.
So I'm in the process of, I think it's Wilton, Florida. It's like 3 hours away.
Yeah.
This guy's got a whole front clip from a 53 Chevy pickup. Looks pretty good shape.
Okay.
So I'm trying to work a deal with him so I can get GM parts and try to fit the whole thing that way.
Right.
Because he's got front doors, fenders, hood.
And that's the one on which the Yacht Morrison, but it's got Corvette drivetrain or something like that? That
Yep.
one? Okay.
This truck's got to be right. And then we didn't do the doors. We got this truck brought to us this way, but the doors are like an inch too short on top. Like you can close the door and look in the truck. And then on the bottom, they're way longer than the fender.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah,
That's-
I was watching the guys from Iron Resurrection, Joe Martin and all those guys, and it's just unbelievable how these guys can just cut stuff up. He built the whole frame for this, I think it was a Buick? No, a 60 Impala. He built the frame because it had an X frame. I guess the X frames are really crap.
Yeah.
So he built this whole frame on this car it was just unbelievable. Piece by piece, because you can't order it.
And see,
And
that's
it
where it gets expensive.
Yeah, well, if you have a good fab guy, I mean, it'd
Yeah.
be nice to be able to do all that right in the shop, right? Metalwork.
Yeah, but most of the time, to do something like if you charge by the hour, which you should, in materials and that, you're going to end up having way more than what you could probably order one.
Yeah.
Order a Art Morris one or something.
Yeah, I mean,
like
they put these things on frame tables and they just go to town.
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing too. Like, you spend $599 on the hood, right? But then it's $300 to ship it.
Right.
So then when you get the hood in and it's junk or it's all beat up and banged up
Yeah.
or it just doesn't fit right, well, they want you to pay the shipping back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's not fair to the customer nor me because your part don't fit like it says.
Right.
So it's a huge catch-22. That's why I told the guys, let's see if we can find a good set of doors. I said, there's plenty of these trucks out there. And I said, I see them all the time. I went on Facebook Marketplace and I found it. And I
Yeah.
was like, we won't be paying. It was like almost $1,900 to ship 2 fenders, 2 doors, and a hood.
Gotcha.
So by the time you get done, it was like $4,700.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
It's like, oof.
another guy I
And
deal
then you
with.
got to make them fit.
Yeah. Right. Then you got to make them fit. Another guy I deal with is the guy up in Brian from Real Deal Steel up in Sanford. I don't know if he has 57 parts. I know he has 55 parts, and he's the one that he just makes these 55 convertibles that are unbelievable. They just I guess he puts them all together, and you got to put your own VIN on it. I guess I don't know how it works. And he has the 55s. He's got Camaros. He's got Mustangs that they built from scratch, which are pretty wild. And I think he sells Tri-5 parts also.
Really?
Yep. He's up in Sanford. I drove up there to get a floor and a hood for my car. So.
Yeah, I just noticed, trying to order a few parts for that car, mainly like chrome stuff. You know, like for the
It's
grill
hard.
and the hood. It's just that it's
You
not
just can't
available.
find it.
There
Yeah.
has been a lot of stuff that has been available.
Right.
But which keeps you rolling on, but I'm facing the end.
Right. Yeah.
So
See,
I'm
but
looking at the end.
Dan Chuck, they used to sell the Tri-5 parts. I think they went out of business or sold, so now all their parts are shipped out to everybody else.
Right.
And that's how I found Woody's, because he said they would send in everything to those guys.
Huh.
So, and then there's a guy, I'll get his number for you. There's a guy up in New York that has thousands of parts
Really?
in upstate New York. And he's always on one of the Tri-5 Facebook pages for selling parts. And I'll get you his name.
Okay.
I think his name is Yorio is his last name, but I'll get it. So what time we got plenty of time. We'll do some tech talk. Mike from Vero Beach X. Hey guys, I heard you guys talking about Chrysler Slant 6s. Oh boy. So I guess this would be a good place to ask a question. I have a 72 Duster with a 225 Slant 6. The engine bogs out badly at approximately 1,800 RPMs. I've already replaced a fuel pump, the ballast resistor, rebuilt the carb, and checked the vacuum lines. I'm stumped. Any ideas that would have this car bogged down like that?
Could be in like distributor or something like that. He said he already did the carburetor because that was one of my other things.
Yeah.
But it could be ignition related, like pickup coil, module, something like that. Flat spot in it,
Yeah.
What
Throw some power to it.
it is a stupid question. What
Put an HEI
does
in
the
or
ballast resistor actually do, and why do you need it?
Ballast
ideas?
resistor, basically, it's almost like a fuse, basically.
Yeah, well, it regulates voltage to the coil too. Like low RPMs, it has less voltage. Higher RPMs, it has higher voltage.
Can you get rid of it and replace it with something else, or do you have it has to be on there?
With the current ignition systems, you don't even need them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's mainly the older stuff.
Yeah,
It's
like
kind of like a shunt,
Okay. So
basically.
if you switch over to electronic ignition, that's out the window.
Oh, yeah.
So Keith says try advancing the timing by 5 degrees and then recheck your carb mixture. Or just do what Steve does, just take it out and floor it and see what happens.
Yeah. Try to
Clean
put
out-
a fuel
clean out
pressure
the
gauge on
carburetor.
it. Yeah, put a fuel pressure gauge on it and see if it drops. You know, put a spark check. You know, I have like inline spark checkers you can move around and it looks like a little test light.
Right.
You know, see if you lose spark. You know, could be a bunch of stupid different things. You know,
Well,
just got to go through and test everything.
there you go. Steve, Kurt from Palm Bay asks, Steve, I'm trying to determine the best way to lower my 71 Cutlass Supreme. I can't find any lowered or lowering springs for these, so I was toying with the idea of cutting some off the stock height coils. Is there another way, or is this accepted method of lowering these coil suspension cars? Is this advisable?
Pretty much
the
all your
same.
Chevelle kits will fit, but
A-body.
it's 2-inch drop spindles. But I know like Ride Tech, Ebach, they make lowering springs for these cars. You can do the front and rear, and then what's the other one? Ride Tech, and then you got what's the other big company? But there's actually companies that will make lowering springs. They got spindles for the front. Anything off a Chevelle A-body will fit.
Yeah, that's probably what he's looking up, Oldsmobile Supreme, and that's why he can't find anything.
Right.
Yeah,
But all the frames are the same for that. The Chevelle,
Basically, yep.
the Skylark, right? Is all the
Yeah.
same frame,
Yeah,
basically?
all the A body is the same.
Yeah.
I got lowering springs in mine, and then it's got the lower control arms too.
Yeah, I got all my stuff from Performance Online.
Yep.
They had the best prices and
Hotchkiss, that's it.
Hotchkiss
Yeah.
suspension, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause that's what's on my Chevelle, so
Yeah.
you should be able to find all that.
Yeah, I like I said, I got mine from Performance Online. They were very good. I had a problem. They sent me a whole set. I needed one control arm. They sent me 4 uppers and lowers, both sides, just for one, because they said we can't break up a set, so we're just going to send you all 4.
Yeah, look up a 71 Chevelle. I mean, my car's got the whole Hotchkiss tie rod, ends, inners, outers, all that stuff. Control arms, lower control arms, boxed, all that stuff.
Right. All right, Kurt. So that's it. Just any A-body frame, any A-body will work on that. We'll go on break. When we come back, we'll Dwayne from Okeechobee has a question for Todd. Stephen Port St. Lucie has a question. We got questions up the gazoo here. So when we come back, we'll answer those and finish the car show report, and we'll get out of here. We're American. We're the
Ba-ding.
Classic Car Radio.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Joe Scazzari, owner and operator of Scazzari Roof Services Contracting and Consulting. Scazzari manufactures its own standing seam metal roofs in a heavy-duty 24-gauge up and down the Treasure Coast using only U.S. steel. Only need a repair? Repairs are guaranteed for 3 years. We can do that because we go in your attic, find the leak, see where it is, go out onto your roof, open that area, and repair the leak once, and that's the end of it. Don't be sorry, call Scazzari.
Enjoy Riverside Theater's Comedy Zone, where the comedy is wild, untamed, and downright hilarious. Come out this Friday and Saturday night at 6 and 8 p.m. for the Treasure Coast's best live stand-up comedy show, featuring nationally recognized comedians with cabaret-style seating and food and drink table service. Warning, you may laugh until it hurts. Kickstart your evening with live entertainment, food and drinks at Live in the Loop. Buy tickets at riversidetheater.com and get ready for a night of non-stop laughs.
Everyone's talking about mental health, but if you needed help, would you know where to turn? If you need help, start here. The Mental Health Collaborative. It's a central resource provider that will make it easier to get the help you need. MHC will make appointments with professionals for you. Simply provide them with your insurance information and the services you need. Make the call to them so they can make the calls for you. The Mental Health Collaborative of Indian River County. Reach out at mhcollaborative.org.
Have you ever wanted your carpets or area rugs cleaned, but you just didn't want to deal with the noise, the wet carpet, and that long dry time? And what happens to all that wet stuff underneath the carpet? Ew! Well, Heaven's Best Carpet Cleaning solves all that with their guaranteed 1-hour dry time. Their low moisture process dries fast, smells great, and it's safe for your kids and pets too. And guess what? They also clean sofas, love seats, chairs, and recliners. Heaven's Best serves all of Indian River County and Barefoot Bay. They're bonded and insured, and your results are guaranteed. Don't put it off any longer. Grab your phone and call Keith at Heaven's Best, 772-643-6999. You'll be thrilled with the results. 772-643-6999. 643-6999.
Oh, we're back. Classic Car Radio Show, Vero Beach. Not too bad. We got some car shows coming up. We'll talk about some car shows coming up. We're in the process of doing some tech talk. What do we got? Dwayne in Okeechobee. Yes. Todd, I need to buy paint for my 69 Roadrunner. The color is light turquoise, code J11, a 1965 color, but it isn't metallic paint. Can I mix metallic into it? My local auto supply shop wasn't a very big help. I'm doing base coat, clear coat. Thanks. What do you think?
You can put metallic in it. The problem is it's going to change the color.
That lighter or darker?
Most likely lighter.
Uh-huh.
Depending on the color. I mean, being turquoise, it would probably lighten it up
A lot?
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not, a solid color is not designed to put metallic in it.
Gotcha.
So you might as well, the best thing to do is go to your paint supply, your car paint supply store, and most of them have a large supply, a large choice of color documentation that you can go and pick colors that would be, you can look at it and say, wow, that's metallic, and then that's really close to that turquoise.
Right,
you know what I
right,
mean?
right.
Because chances are you're going to put metallic in it or a pearl in it, and it's going to throw that color way off.
Yeah.
It'll be nowhere near turquoise.
Right. And you got to do it a little bit at a time, right?
Yeah.
You can't just
There's
throw.
a reason why it's solid,
Yeah.
and there's a reason why there's metallic.
So you can do it, but you don't advise, fam.
I don't advise doing it.
Just
won't
pick
be
another
happy.
color that's close.
Yeah, because the other reason is if you have an issue, now you're trying to match that color.
Right.
And if it isn't an actual factory color, you're nowhere near. You'll never get near that spectrum.
Right.
So once again, the best thing to do is to go into some color documentation, which all your car paint stores will have, and pick something out that's going to be, close to what you're looking for.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, Steve in Port St. Lucie X. Guys, I have a 69 Cougar. A few weeks ago, I noticed the car was pulling to the right when I was braking. I replaced both calipers with brand new ones. I test drove and nothing changed. Still does the same thing. Thanks in advance. What do you think?
That could be the little strut rod bushings like he's got on here. Also could be the lower control arm bushings. Those cars are known for the lower control arm bushings to go bad. But also you could have a bad brake hose too. You might have one hose that's restricted more than the other.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Sometimes you got to watch out too. Sometimes the old brake proportioning valve will bite you in the butt too.
Oh, yeah. Now, when you guys get the new, what are they? Are they not calipers? Yeah, I think they're the calipers with the new. Do you have them cut at all?
The rotor?
Oh,
The rotors. Do you? Even if you get them from an auto parts store.
Anymore, it's cheaper just to buy new rotors.
I know, but do you still cut them just to make sure
to an
they're
extent.
Now the new ones.
The new ones are you pretty much dead on.
Yeah, we put them on. If they pulse it, we could just call and get another set. But, I still have a brake rotor machine. So, if the brake rotors are still thick enough, I'll cut them. I'd rather use a factory rather than some of the aftermarket ones. Everybody's like, oh, you're taking off material. It's like, have you ever measured some of the brand new ones?
Right.
They're pretty close to being under spec already.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I try to machine them all. But like him, I would do, crack the brake bleeders and do the fluid drip test, see if you got the same amount of fluid dripping out of each wheel. Because, you should crack a bleeder and you should have pretty instant fluid.
Uh-huh.
And it should drip pretty steady. If it takes a few seconds longer than the other one to start dripping, you probably have a restriction in the hose. Or sometimes it's a real slow drip where you won't get nothing at all.
Yeah.
So it could be a brake hose. Check your suspension parts, ball joints, lower control arms, your strut rod bushings.
There's just so much for the front end.
Yeah, you can check all the same parts in 20 minutes.
Yeah, normally if you're going to change the calipers, it's always good to change the hoses with them.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, because like I said, a guy I know, he was a mechanic, and he would as soon as he got the new rotors in, he'd cut them, make sure they were perfect.
Yeah. Well, back in the day too, they used to stock them like books. Now I tell you, everything's got to be flat. That was a lot of big things too. But like we had a car that the dealership around here, won't mention any names, but we had a little C-Max come in.
Right.
And the right rear was dragging and the left front was dragging real heavily. They changed brake hoses, brake calipers, everything. It was the electronic ABS control module. Was the solenoids were half stuck.
Really?
Yep.
And the guy and the slotted brakes, the slotted rotors, are they worth getting? The ones with the holes in them?
I do. They cool a lot better. I got them on my truck. I know when I tow something heavy, it makes a big difference.
Yeah. Okay. There you go, Steve. You just check that stuff out. Juan in Palm Bay X, I have an 81 Z28. Want to get up and running. I've come across several TBI 350s. Is it worth trying to make the TBI work, or should I just swap the intake carb from my old engine? Also, is there any major differences between a carb 350 and TBIs? The car has a turbo 350 also. Any difference?
Just the detent cable, depending on what tranny has versus that. But turbo 350 should be fine. But tune ports are nice when they run good, but you're not going to get a whole lot of power out of it. You want to put a cam and all that stuff in there. The tuning capability is not there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It just doesn't have enough power?
Yeah, I think they're 190 horsepower back then.
Oh, and what was it, an 81Z?
81Z28.
So it probably maybe even has a 305 in it, right?
Oh,
no, it's got 350.
350.
Okay.
I got a couple of those cars.
Yeah?
Yep. I do. I got 2 of those.
Yank them out, man. Throw you some
Just pull
monster
them out,
motor in there and
put a new LS in there, and you'd be ready to go.
Yeah. I just go back to a carburetor intake on that.
Yeah.
Tune ports are okay, if you just want to everyday drive it, but if you're going to make more than 190 horsepower, you definitely want to put a carbon intake on it.
Gotcha. So there you go. There you go, Juan. Just any questions, just send them to us, and we'll try to answer them as best we can. We'll go through the car shows again real quick. We only got a couple of minutes. Again, Downtown Friday is this Friday, June 28th at 6 p.m. 14th Avenue, right here in Main Street, the Art District. Car show, food vendors, art, music, and more. The beer tent is going to be by the Walking Tree Brewery. Do they still have a car show for Volkswagens at the brewery?
I heard
on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard they do.
All right. So again, Saturday, June 29th, Oaks Area, Riverside Park, 3280 Riverside Park Drive in Vero from 11 to 4 is the Burgers and Brews car show. And that's all hosted by and benefiting United Against Poverty of Indian River County, which is right over here on 26th Street and Dixie Highway. The cruise-in at McDonald's, Vero Beach. McDonald's is having their cruise-in, and that's at 5 o'clock till they leave on every Saturday. The Ember Car and Bike Show with a $100 cash prize for Best in Show for both cars and bikes. That'll be on June 29th at Space Coast Harley. And then what else we got? The Space Coast Mustang Club is having a car show at Kelly Ford. Fords only. They don't want any cars there but a Ford. So I guess they're going to have a lot of tow trucks there.
Yeah,
that'll be.
I don't
think you're going to have many.
For the guys that park their cars and then they don't start when they leave.
Well, they got to get them there first.
Right.
You
and
can bring
that's
the Blue
on
Mustang.
Yeah, that's on Sunday, June 30th from 10 to 2 at Kelly Ford, which is 776 Magnolia Avenue in Melbourne.
What's the time?
That's from 10 to 2, and it's all Ford. Raffles donated by Long Doggers, True Value of Melbourne, and Car Connection. And that's it. No, we got another one. We got another one. We got another minute. Vero Beach Veterans Club, classic car and motorcycle cruising and lunch. Did you guys hear about this? All donations to benefit Vero Beach Veterans Club.
Awesome.
And that's going to be on Saturday, August 31st from 9. Registration starts at 9. The cruising's from 11 to 3. And the Vero Beach Veterans Club is 2500 15th Avenue in Vero Beach. Music, food, bar, family-friendly cruising, and yard sale. Do I have a number here? I don't have a phone number for them. Oh, there we go. 772-778-1299. Or email John Rybar at John Rybar, R-Y-B-A-R at yahoo.com. All right?
Awesome.
So that's the car shows. And hopefully you could start playing this out. Jess, Keith will be here next week. I don't know if I'm going to be here. Happy birthday to my wife on Monday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Kimberly.
Yeah. So, and we're out of here.
That's it. We're out. See ya.